Whoa, Wazam. Let's try this again, y'all. With my extra wrinkle shirt, but I'm just throwing on something. I gotta make sure that I bring y'all these videos because I'm making sure that I get stuff out this time, you dig? I don't feel like I'm regretting nothing. You understand me, people? But before I get into our topic, you understand? Because why, y'all? Why everybody keep taking the MLK route? I just really don't understand it as if it yields the best results, y'all. Kingdom went through motherfucking hell. My bad, I done cursed already. But Kingdom went through hell, y'all. That's not the only option. That can't be the only option, y'all. Look at this. Matter of fact, listen to it. We just gonna jump straight into it. And as I'm breaking stuff down, y'all, I want y'all to understand this is not personal, like me just out to attack black people or out to attack your favorite celebrity. Because, like, I always get that response on celebrity videos, like, oh, you taking this celebrity down, you hating. And when that failed, because you understand that I don't give one flying what about none of these celebrities. If I did, I keep on making videos with their name on it. I only use the ones who out here selling out. Think about this, y'all. With Benedict Arnold, the way he sold out America, they still talk about him. They teach him. So anybody who upset just because of, oh, he's talking about my favorite celebrity, you got to go out of here. You got to leave out of here. You understand me? Because we're on a higher level out here. This ain't about your favorite celebrity. But at the same time, y'all need to understand that they are traders, bruh. That these people are collaborators, bruh. And when y'all hear me talking loud, you understand me? When y'all hear me talking loud, it's not because I'm trying to prove that I'm some type of tough guy. It's because it's genuine hate and anger. I'm not a shock jock either. This is genuine. Whatever you hear come out of my mouth, this is absolutely how I feel. And if you meet me in real life and we talking about politics or we talking about history, you're going to get this same person. But understand, I'm not surrounded by mainly nobody in real life. It's basically me and my direct family in a small, very small circle of people. I'm not walking around. I'm not in the streets and all of that. You know where I am, though? I'm here trying to give y'all the world how I see it, God damn it, because I see it a little bit different. So don't be alarmed because, oh, he's talking loud, or think that I'm trying to be the loudest voice, or I'm trying to be a tough guy. Thank you for the likes. I'm trying to be this, that, and the third, because you sure do accept it from these rappers, though, huh? They could be yelling loud and doing all kind of stuff, but you still gonna bump their music. You still gonna let them influence you on how to vote and everything else. But, oh, when I get loud, oh, he trying to be a tough guy. No, I'm genuine. And I'm passionate about everything I talk about. And I'm the same person, y'all, when you meet me in the street. Understand that. But let's get to this little topic now that that's out the way, bro. Why everybody got to choose this MLK route? Why? That is not the only route. And y'all know what route I'm talking about. The marching, singing, we shall overcome in a non-violent route, y'all. That's not the only route. And think about this. If that's the only route into which we can get things done in America, that's a shame, y'all. Oh, you want freedom? Well, you got to let us beat you upside the head with this billy club. Oh, you want freedom? Well, you got to let us turn on this hose. Let us get these German shepherds. Is that the only way, y'all? Because guess what? When you look up the statistics of these riots, or no, it ain't no riots, these demonstrations, you understand me? When you look up these demonstrations after George Floyd and before that, black people were not harming people. We for certainly wasn't harming each other because everybody who was there to demonstrate was united for one cause, right? So who's getting violence inflicted upon them and by who? It's the police. They the ones who show up with the riot gear, remember? They the ones with tanks and everything else looking as violent as possible, but everybody is focused on the protesters, especially the MLK route takers. Like, that's just the only way. And it's promoted by Democrats and Republicans. Then what that tell y'all? It's a strategy. Remember on this channel right here how we expose how JFK and Robert F. Kennedy laid up there and hijacked the Million Man March? Remember how they added people to the quote unquote Big Six with Martin Luther King in them? And after they finish their non-violent and sit there and get beat with speeches, you know, they submissive speeches, y'all, they went back to the White House. And you know what John Kennedy told them? You done a good job, son. What John Lewis said, my bad, y'all. John Lewis said that he was like a proud father. He said John F. Kennedy was like a proud father, which means you looked up to Kennedy because he was some American president. Oh, he was smiling like a proud father after we sat up there and done all that submissiveness. You dig? So I'm trying to stop stuff like that from happening again by exposing it, y'all. And Andrew Brown family, they doing the same old song and dance. That's probably why y'all saw, well, probably why y'all noticed that some of your speakers didn't speak on Andrew Brown. It's because it's the same song and dance, y'all. Guess who they lawyer is? You guessed it. What's up, Corey? Corey Harrington in here, longtime supporter. Shout out to him, you did. Y'all, guess who the lawyer is again? Ben Crump. I'm not gonna be on this channel supporting anybody who got Ben Crump as their lawyer. And guess who else speaking for him? Al Sharpton, of course. Al Sharpton. So understand right now, we just using this family as an example of exposing the same old song and dance, y'all. Now you know, goddamn it, they took the MLK route. But listen, y'all, that's not the only route. Let's play how things was really popping off during the times when Martin Luther King was trying to remain nonviolent, y'all. Even when the blacks was nonviolent, look at the results they was met with.
I was going to participate. I was going to go to jail. I wanted to get my freedom.
She was 16 years old.
Then on the second day of the student demonstrations, things turned violent.
By the United States.
Police turned high-pressure fire hoses on the young people and set attack dogs on them. Birmingham civil rights leader Reverend Calvin Woods was there.
There had been some dog biting, some beating, some killing. Many people were beaten and spit on and put in jail, lost jobs. But those were minor things.
You understand? See? Shout out to Greg Mack Platinum Painting for the continued support. The brother always donate. You understand me? And thank you for the likes from all of y'all, bro. Y'all don't understand how much y'all mean to me because y'all came here for BlockTalknews. Y'all understand me. But sometimes I do have to be clear. But do y'all understand what this man just said? It was beatings, killings, murders, all dogs, German shepherds, bitings. Did y'all hear that man just now? While y'all watching TV and they trying to act like everything was just so great. Well, I don't like the way that the Negroes are doing it. They're violently protesting. Well, guess what? Even when you did march through the street singing "We Shall Overcome," look what they was doing. The man said biting, beating, killing, everything. So why is this MLK route the big route for everybody to take? Why is this the most advertised route through the Republicans, Democrats, and just regular mainstream media? Shout out to Delta Roots. More continued support, brother Ben Down. You understand me? Y'all understand me? You know when my voice get louder and louder that I'm serious with this, that I'm getting more and more into it, more and more passion is spilling out. I ain't here trying to be no tough guy. God damn it. I could die just like anybody else. But let's continue, y'all, because Andrew Brown family once again took the MLK route. Think about it, y'all. The body ain't even cold yet. And what they come out doing? Talking about peaceful protests. Already, you ain't even talking about getting justice yet. And everybody talking about remain peaceful. Y'all don't get violent. It's not the protesters or demonstrators that's violent out here. It's the people who show up looking violent. I've been to a rally before. If you familiar with this channel, you saw when I recorded me at a Trump rally. Y'all saw that? How them people had clubs and was ready to attack us. They showing force. They showing that's a threaten. If y'all was out there, go back. I couldn't find a video, but they was threatening the protesters, y'all. They looking at me and my brother and them out there hitting they little baton thing against their hand, and then they start hitting it up against their little shield that they gotta have, because you know they got all types of equipment on to say the police, y'all. They surely got on a vest, a big old mask over their face and everything. Who more likely to conduct themselves in a violent manner, y'all? The people with all the equipment or the people with less equipment who actually following the law, saying we shall overcome and marching through the streets, y'all? Nah, the first act, this is way before, y'all. This is before the May 7th verdict that the family can only see 20 minutes of a 2-hour body cam. This is when the family first came out, y'all. This is when I knew everything was going downhill. Who the first people to speak from? Yep, Reverend Submission. Let's listen to him, matter of fact. Let's go to Reverend Submission, telling everybody automatically, we shall overcome, don't do nothing, be peaceful. The boy body ain't even cold yet, and you worried about a building being attacked. How many police officers died, y'all, at demonstrations concerning Black people? 0. And if they did, you know, it'll be all over right-wing news. It'll be all over all news. These men are dying out here. They'll, you know, every time they have a way to where they can show the police in a sympathetic light, they gonna use that. But let's continue, y'all. Let's go to Reverend Porkchop, Reverend Submission, y'all. We gonna expose the whole song and dance before the boy body even cold. You are witnessing a Rebel Network. We gonna Block Talk break down his whole crap.
But it is also where my father and my mother
No, back all the way up.
Person
listen,
to
y'all.
Come, and I want the media to look at the diversity of clergy, Black and white, younger and older. Pastor of this church opened up.
Did you hear that? The beginning of the pastor's speech, what he worried about? Diversity, y'all, because that's the MLK route. Remember, they trying to appeal to the hearts of Americans. They trying to appeal to the hearts. Y'all see what's going on? You see what's happening to us? Still crying. You see what's going on? They still shooting us. Look at the video, y'all. But look at the first thing he talking about. Look at the diversity behind me. It's Black, white, and everybody. See? He trying to gain support of mainstream America. Instead of being worried about having your support, the Black community, he worried about diversity. When has diversity ever worried about you? All of y'all, whoever listening, when has diversity, you know, when the Asian, what's the name of their little campaign? Stop Asian Hate. Did y'all ever hear somebody say, stop all hate? But when it come to you, oh, your life matter because you being disproportionately murdered in these streets by the cops. When you say that your life matter, they reply with, well, all lives matter, doesn't it? Well, with the Asians sitting up there saying, stop the Asian hate. I don't see nobody saying, well, let's stop all hate. Even the Asians, did they come by and care about you, Black man and woman? And say, stop all hate. Thank you for the light. Number 6. Did they come by and say, stop all hate? Hold on, not just Asian hate, but for you, all lives matter, not just your Black lives. It's a whole debate on mainstream media, y'all. That's why you got to come here. Forget a mainstream media. Have they ever told the truth about you? Black woman, remember before they was pandering to you, before they was saying you're in a business office and you're going to school and you're Alpha Phi Kappa. Remember before that, when they didn't have to appeal to you for your vote? Remember when they was saying you a welfare queen? Remember? Black women is just sitting on their butts and we're paying them to eat and drink and paying rent so they can have drug dealers in their homes and everything. Remember how they were saying how the Black woman so over sexualized and having all of these babies that they can't take care of? Y'all don't remember that argument? You still drowning because they telling you all of these new lies. Oh, you smart and all of that. You forgot about them. You still you swimming in that crap that they selling you because they need your vote now, and plus they need you to disconnect from us. Remember that? Come on, y'all. We know how these people get down. We know how they get down, bro. But let's stay on track with Reverend Porkchop, though. Before I all the way break it down, let's stay on track. Already, we done heard him talking about diversity, this, that, and the third. Let's listen to some more.
You have a AME Zion pastor and a United Methodist pastor.
Still talking about diversity.
In the South, in Eastern North Carolina, standing here today with this family.
Boy, I don't want to hear none of that. But look.
I'm fresh back from Mississippi. I didn't even have a chance to.
Don't care.
Danielson, he called and said that some of the family was, and he was representing some of the children, asked, it's hard.
Now, y'all know how these pastors be, so bear with me with all of that pausing and this, that, and the third. Now, keep it real, man. Don't beat around the bush. That's how I know he up to no good, y'all. He already done showed his colors talking about diversity. Let's skim through this cloud. We ain't got time to be playing with you, man.
East North Carolina. This is the Black Belt of North Carolina. This is the North Carolina Delta, if you will.
We don't care where you at. This is also
where my father and my mother organized Black, white, and Native people to build a multi-ethnic democracy.
Do you hear that? His dad and his mama built a multi-ethnic diversity. They built multi-ethnical diversity, y'all. That's where his mama and his daddy came together, y'all. Do you get the feeling that they accomplished their goal? If he's still sitting here today talking about the same things that his father and mother spoke on, do you think they accomplished their goals through singing and marching non-violently? So why are people still taking this MLK route, y'all? Could it be the money? Let's continue.
It's where I was raised, where I was born. When you heard the counselor say what he said, you ought to hear that this is not new. In Eastern North Carolina, my father in the 1970s was challenging the killing of unarmed Black folk in Eastern North Carolina.
You heard that? He said it's nothing new, y'all. In the 70s, his daddy was challenging the killing of an unarmed Black man. But why? Why are we still choosing the same strategy to sing, march, dance submissively, y'all? Get hit in the face, y'all. With pie, spat on, dogs, German shepherds. Y'all heard the man earlier. Y'all heard what happened. But this man, your daddy was fighting for somebody who unarmed, and now you doing the same exact thing. Do that sound like progress to you? Do you think that you gonna relate to the hearts and minds of Americans still? Your mom and daddy couldn't do it. You can't either. Still trying to relate to them. We gotta let them see how messed up this is. Maybe white folks, you got to come on board. Now, after America see this, y'all remember the MLK strategy, right? Why you up here worried about your favorite celebrity and attacking me? This, that, and the third. Do you remember that? Come on, y'all. Let's continue.
This is where they raised me, and this is the community that laid hands on me and said, go out in the world and stand for justice, stand for truth. And I stand here today to mourn the loss of a child of God.
They told him to stand for justice. You are witnessing a Rebel Network. They told him to stand for justice, y'all. Told him to stand for peace, he said. And after that, he said he hit a mourn the loss of a child. They ain't tell you to mourn. They told you to stand. They ain't tell you to mourn, y'all. They told you to stand for justice, not mourn for justice, not mourn for a child of God. We ain't here to talk about a child of God. We here to talk about a Black man murdered unjustifiably. That's what we here to talk about. We here to stand on it, not mourn. Your dad and them told you to stand on it, not mourn about it. You here to mourn, though. And don't fall for what he about to say next.
He is a pastor to stand with the mother, the aunts, the children, the family, represented by this attorney. And lest we forget, in our urgency to know what happened, it happened to a man. It happened to a father of 7. It happened to a cousin, to a nephew. He's not a caricature.
Listen, y'all.
He's a man.
That's right.
A young 42-year-old black man.
See, that's the heart's part. He trying to appeal to the heart of Americans, not black people. He not trying to appeal to you. You know what's popping right now. You know that they out here just killing us and murdering us for whatever reason they see fit. But he trying to capture the hearts of Americans. This was a man. They don't care. Remember? They watched them dogs bite us, y'all. They watched us get sprayed. And majority of them sat there, watched, and then they cut on a movie afterward. Or they turned on Leave It to Beaver. These people, you never had their hearts. If you had their hearts right now, we wouldn't be fighting for justice still. You wouldn't be up there mourning, even though your dad and them told you to stand on it. But you still trying to appeal to the hearts. This was a man. This was a boy. This was a father. Man, get out of here. Get to the point. Justice. But them, y'all, same old song and dance. Who they lawyer is? Same old Crump, Ben Crump. Who was speaking for him? Al Sharpton. The same old losers. The same old song and dance, y'all. Let's continue for Reverend Submission.
Say his name.
Andrew Brown.
And we're here to stand in prayer.
Prayer.
But we are not here to simply say, God called Andrew home from labor to rest.
All right.
Now we, as people of faith and trust,
I know you like,
Andrew to God. But we cannot use God to whitewash the fact that there must be accountability.
There must be accountability. Shout out to Jamarcus Hall. Shout out to Frankie Diamonds. You heard me? I'm going to make sure I moderate you, Frankie. Man, I could swear I did. But shout out to y'all for the continued support. And shout out to everybody who pressed like. Right now, we still discussing this MLK route. And we sitting up here breaking down this preacher who trying to preach us into submission the same way that Martin Luther King did. You understand me? Let's stay on track with it. Do you hear what he said? Let's repeat it, y'all.
And Andrew to God. But we are not here to simply say, God called Andrew home from labor to rest.
All right.
Now we, as people of faith and trust Andrew to God, but we cannot use God to whitewash the fact that there must be accountability.
See, that's where I stop with the accountability. That's because that's a deep way to look at that. He said there must be accountability. No, there must be direct and swift justice, y'all, which we know it won't be, which begs the question, why are they taking the Martin Luther King route, y'all? Why? He want accountability. No, we want somebody put under the jail for murder. We want them tried for murder, 1st-degree murder, not 2nd-degree murder, not manslaughter, not none of that, y'all. We don't want none of the 2nd-degree manslaughter in the 3rd volume and all of that, y'all. I don't want to see no more celebrating for somebody just not even seeing a sentence yet, y'all. Did you even see the sentence yet? We already happy. They convicted her. Where the sentence in that? I won't see them under the jail, or I won't see the switch on the electric chair before I celebrate. And even then, it ain't over. The job ain't over. Because right now, it's another brother being murdered, y'all. The ones that don't make national news. You understand me? But remember, this ain't where you should be looking for the news, BlockTalknews. You better listen to CNN because they the real news. The people who ain't done nothing but demonize you they whole existence, y'all. The black woman is a welfare queen. The black man is a criminal, a over-sexualized criminal. But this do accountability. What the accountability? All that mean is, you can say accountability is saying, oh, he the one that killed him. Well, now we know who killed him. Accountability. That sound like accountability to y'all? Let's continue to the real ones who still here. You know, the short attention span of some people, but we not here for them. This is Block Talk News. Let's continue, y'all.
And we must know all of what happened. And the tapes must be seen. Yes. America, here is the issue. A warrant is not a license to kill.
Do you hear him? Do you hear him? The police don't even want to show them the full tape. Remember, this is before May 7th. This is when the incident first occurred, y'all. This is April 28th, y'all. While he was worried about diversity and everybody being peaceful, look how they was being rewarded for following the MLK route. Look how they was being rewarded. Can't even see the full tape of what happened. They only let the family see 20 seconds at first, y'all. 20 seconds. Is that justice? What a reward, huh? You've been non-violently singing and marching and dancing and all of that, and all you get is 20 seconds. What a reward. Why, that's a reason to keep on taking the Martin Luther King strategy, huh? Let's continue, y'all.
Even if a suspect supposedly drives away.
Look at him, y'all. He even making a case, y'all. He even making a case. The full tape ain't come out yet. He taking what the deputy in them said. They said he was driving towards us. He said, that's not a license to kill, even if the man was driving towards y'all. Don't even say that. Why would he even say that, y'all? We know a warrant ain't a license to kill, period. Why would you say, even if he supposedly was driving into y'all? He playing into their hands, right? Because guess what? The family already came out and said the man was not bumping into the policeman's car. That the man died with his hands on the wheel, y'all. He died with his hands on the wheel. 5 gunshots, y'all. 5 gunshots, y'all. Through the back, y'all. But you know what they worried about? They worried about property. This man died. 5 shots while he holding the steering wheel, y'all. 5 shots, bro. They so threatened because he might bump into a police car. He's driving off. He's gonna kill us all because he's black and using a dangerous motor vehicle, huh? This is a tank. That black man is in a tank. He can roll over the squad car and shot him 5 times. And one was through the back of the head, y'all. Through the back of the head, y'all. Would justify that. Why would I come out worried about being peaceful when that just happened? And they refuse to even give us all the facts, all the evidence, y'all. Why only one side have all the evidence? And that's the policeman and the judge. How could the other side not even have the full amount of evidence? But you're worried about me talking loud or talking about your favorite celebrity, huh? Or thinking because I'm talking loud, I'm trying to be a tough guy when we got people dying, 5 shots while holding a steering wheel. But Preacher Submissive right here, he comes out to tell you how he wants you to be so non-violent and how he wants you to look at the diversity of the clergymen. Wow. Let's continue to the real ones who actually still paying attention.
A warrant does not mean a person is guilty. A warrant is not permission to shoot someone, possibly with assault rifles multiple times. It is
possibly with assault rifles multiple times. Don't rush and say something like that. Possibly with assault rifles multiple times. Don't quickly say something like that. Slow down when you say that. Like how you slow down when you say diversity and non-violent and let's be peaceful. Slow down. Don't say possibly a machine gun they shot him with. You hear that? Like listen to him. Is it just me, y'all?
A warrant is not permission to shoot someone, possibly with assault rifles multiple times. It is not
You heard it,
the
multiple
authorization to
authorization.
shoot someone in the back.
That's right.
In the back.
And let's be clear. It doesn't matter if the officers are white or black,
Amen.
or brown,
Amen.
or men or women. If they engage in brutality, use excessive force, or abuse their power to murder citizens, officers of the law must be held accountable if the law is to mean anything for the rest.
Y'all hear what this man just said? See, that's why y'all hear when my voice go up. You know, I'm not angry at you, the viewer, who I'm out here to inform, or the people I'm trying to relate or trying to convey a message to. I'm angry at what I'm seeing right here, y'all. Did y'all hear this, man? Like, it outrages me. He went out of his way to say, I don't care if the officer black, white, and then he added all brown, all blah, 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 all this, all that. Why did he go out of his way to say that? When most of the officers that's out here killing people are white. Most of the victims are black. Why is he going out of his way for diversity, y'all? That's because he's not here to appeal to blacks at all. He's still worried about the hearts and souls of Americans who watch the nightly news, who already convinced that you ain't nothing but a black criminal. He worried about relating to their hearts. Even though every time you see them people news, CNN and MSNBC, look what they saying about Andrew Brown. The policemen were trying to serve a warrant for his felony drug charge. That's all they saying. But you so worried about being nice to them. Y'all be violent. Don't touch their buildings. Don't touch their Walgreens. Don't do that. Why they still villainizing that man? Villainizing that man. But you worried about them and they buildings. And then he got the cheeks to say, if the law is to mean anything to the rest of us, which lets you know that you ain't American, huh? You know that you're not an American. He said, if the law is to mean anything to the rest of us, crime, if it mean anything to the rest of us, you got to give us justice. You see? This is what fueled me. Like, what? Let's listen a little bit more, y'all. Replay. You are witnessing the Rebel Network. Look at him.
And let's be clear. It doesn't matter if the officers are white or black, or brown, or men or women.
Look, see how he added the rest? And he made sure he said, let's be clear. Did he say that about anything else? Did he say, and let's be clear, these officers murdered this man while his hands were on the steering wheel? Did he say, let's be clear for that? But this white, black, brown officer stuff, that deserve a let's be clear. Come on, y'all. Red flag. The MLK route is the money route. You figured it out yet? This the money route. Go out there and calm down the Negroes, and we're going to give you a check. Tell them be nonviolent and sing while we beat them upside the head at the rally, spray them with mace and everything else. While we come through the protests looking completely violent, we want you to calm them down and make sure they don't do nothing to us like you did in the 60s when we spat on you and sicked them German shepherds on you, even when you was peacefully protesting. That's what we want you to convince them to do. Thank you for the likes and everybody who shared. You understand me? Let's continue for the real ones who still paying attention.
If they engage in brutality, use excessive force, or abuse their power to murder citizens, officers of the law must be held accountable if the law is to mean anything for the rest of us.
He didn't even specify you, black man and woman. He did not specify you. Did you hear him? Did you hear him? He said, or abuse their power against citizens. Abuse their power to murder citizens. Who they murdering, y'all? Citizens applies regular, everyday Americans, apple pie Americans, everybody facing the same thing. You know who they murdering? Us. But he didn't say going out of their way, using their power to murder black men and women. He said citizens. Y'all see how universal he is? How many times did y'all even hear this man say, we want direct justice? We want them tried with this, or we want the full tapes. Let me be clear. We want the full tapes. All I keep hearing is diversity this, all citizens that. Come on, y'all. Let's continue.
We must see the tapes. So we're here today to make some clear demands. This is not just what this family wants in all of their grief and what the community wants in all of its concern. This is what justice and truth demands. Release the tapes.
Release the tapes.
At least let the family see the tapes.
What?
Eyewitnesses have said Andrew was driving away from officers when they shot him. Now, the audio report said they had a suspect that was shot in the back.
Now, we're going to stop there right there. Did y'all hear this, man? Did y'all hear him clearly? I'm going to just replay it. Did you hear this dude?
Release the tapes.
Release the tapes.
At least let the family see the tapes.
That part.
Eyewitnesses have said Andrew was driving away.
Let's stop right there. He said, at least let the family see the tapes. That's when I said, oh, red flag. Red flag. Because y'all, when you demand justice, I want the full tape. That's justice. That's justice, y'all. When I say I won't see the tape, that means I want everybody to see the tape. Because guess what? They don't have a problem with telling everybody that they were serving a felony warrant every chance that they get. Every time they show that man, y'all, they talking about they were trying to serve as if the man stopped them, as if he was the one who shot at them. His hands was on the wheel when he got shot 5 times, with one being through the back of the head, y'all. And him, at least let the family see the tape. Is that how y'all want to, that's how y'all want justice? The MLK route still begging, and look how the people reward them. They still ain't see the whole tape. Only saw 20 seconds, y'all, of a 2-hour-long body cam footage tape. Like, how'd that go? But you've been doing all of this peace, all of this diversity, and that's how you reward it, and that's how everybody else supposed to conduct themselves, because that's the only option. And we done played it from earlier. Matter of fact, let's go back to it, y'all. How these people was in the 60s against 16-year-olds, y'all. Because Martin Luther King then was going to get 16-year-olds because everybody was in marching with him. You think I'm lying? Let's go to it. You are witnessing the Rebel Network, y'all. Y'all heard it earlier.
We're jailed.
My mind was made up. I was going to participate. I was going to go to jail. I wanted to get my freedom.
You heard that black woman, huh? She was ready to go to jail for hers. Why y'all worried about my voice, how I'm talking? Man, come on. But look what happened, y'all. When the kids went out there to peacefully protest, this is what happened, y'all. Thank you for listening.
Then on the second day of the student demonstrations, things turned violent.
You hear that
Police turned
screaming?
high-pressure fire hoses on the young people and set attack dogs on them. Birmingham civil rights leader Reverend Calvin Woods was there.
There had been some dog biting, some beating, some killing. Many people were beaten and spit on and put in jail, lost jobs. But those were minor things.
You see that, y'all? So whenever I'm talking loud, that's a minor thing. I'm not trying to be no tough guy. Who I'm gonna prove that to? If you want to, figure out if I'm a tough guy, just come meet me and have a problem with me. But when we come here, I'm talking about the state of black people. I don't know how the rest of y'all take it, but I'm serious with this. I ain't no shock jock. This ain't me faking for a click or a view. Because if that was the case, y'all, you can go and look at my numbers. I would have been quit if I wasn't serious with this. I've been doing this 11 years, y'all. If I needed somebody to click because I'm yelling or trying to be a tough guy, I would have stopped a long time ago. But you heard that, man. Dog bites, killings, and everything. People losing their jobs and everything. Y'all know how hard it was for a black person to get a job back then? How them people fed their family? That's why my voice rise, because I'm talking for them. You be thinking that things changed. A lot of people think because they have a couple of dollars or a new type of design on the TV that things changed in America. Them people say economically, go look it up, we still in the 60s, y'all. We still in the 60s. And lightweight even lower, y'all. I ain't even think this video was gonna be this long, but let's just continue with what we was doing though, bro. But this why I do it. Y'all see how violent them protests was? Let's continue.
When they shot him. Now, the audio report said they had a suspect that was shot in the back. We need.
You heard that? That's two conflicting reports, y'all. That's in the media today. One say that the man was shot while driving off. The other say that they had him in custody, which is way more darker, which means they sat behind him and shot him through the back of his head. That's way more darker to think about, right? But since both of them reports out to the media and to mainstream media and the public, why wouldn't they just release a full tape, y'all, to show everybody the absolute truth so they can see it for their own eyes instead of getting conflicting reports? And what the judge's name was, Jeffrey, let me look around, y'all. Jeffrey Foster, y'all. He said, nah, he ain't dropping the tape because the public might react some kind of way. But they sure have no problem with dropping all of these snippets of information. Oh, he was driving. He was this. Oh, we was trying to serve our warrant. Thank you for the other like. You understand me? They don't have a problem with conflicting reports because they could keep everybody confused about the situation. Why they keep repeating felony warrant, felony warrant, felony warrant. See? It's terrible, y'all. Let's continue.
To see the tapes. North Carolina, the law does not prevent this. It may say that it's up to, or they don't have to, and we need to work on that in North Carolina. The General Assembly needs to pass immediately a law that says the body cameras are public record.
That's right.
You heard that, huh? You voters, this what you're voting for over there in North Carolina. You out there voting, huh? Democrat, huh? Y'all saving Joe Biden and, you know, them parts over there, South Carolina, North Carolina. Y'all saved Joe Biden, huh? And look at the laws that's on the books. Completely evil for them to even have that there. The law states, y'all, that it's at the discretion of law enforcement to release a full tape of a murder. It's at their discretion, y'all. For real, this is why you vote, and this is on the books. But you got time to hate me or put a thumbs down or say this or say that about me? I don't give a, I'm here for a purpose, bro. I don't know about y'all, but I'm serious with this. How else I'm gonna come on here live with this wrinkled shirt if I wasn't serious, y'all? That's because I got something to say and I'm gonna say it. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue, bro, with this clown right here who just told us that it's at the judge's discretion to show us a full video of a murder at the hands of the cops, y'all. Let's continue. Shout out to Delisha Divine, goddammit, for the continued support, along with my dog, Obsidian Plays. You know I can't pronunciate it, whatever your name is, my dog. Gaming and music. You understand who I'm talking to and you know what I'm talking about. Let's continue, y'all. You are witnessing a Rebel Network.
Amen.
If the audio is public record, then the video ought to be public record.
Yep, that's what you voted for, though.
Sheriff here, what's his name, Key? Must come clean. That's the local president of the NAACP. We grew up together, slept on the same floor sometime. Even in North Carolina, the law doesn't say the tapes aren't public record. The DA can let the family, let the attorneys see the tapes. Look how fast the tapes were shown even to the public in Columbus, Ohio.
He seemed to think that The United States is like not in this together. The name of it, y'all, is the United States. He trying to act like North Carolina is different than St. Louis or different than Minnesota. These people don't care about you no matter where you are. What are you talking about? You ever see Rosewood? When both sides, y'all, both counties was racist, but they was different towards the blacks that they had. Oh, they was racist, but they didn't let the other town in to come hurt they blacks because of what had happened in their town. Remember when they went over there saying, we looking for the niggers that killed, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that beat that white woman. They said, nah, you ain't about to come over here starting trouble with our good colors. See, they still racist, but they protected their blacks in a certain type of way. But he seemed to still think that Minnesota is different than North Carolina. Y'all saw how quick they got the tapes. What is you talking about? You saw how quick they got the tapes. This ain't a state issue. This is a United States issue. In fact, this is a global issue, people. You up here worried about a state to state type of thing. And that's to keep y'all worried about a vote. Worried about a vote and a Democrat and this, that, and the third. Let's continue. You are witnessing a rebel network.
That's right. That's right.
And that happened in these same United States of America.
Yeah, yeah.
And what are you talking about then?
Now, the DA, the sheriff, they know what's on the tape. The family needs to know what's on the tape. They need to know what happened to Andrew. They need to know when it happened. They need to know why it happened, because all they know right now is he's dead.
Look, y'all, that's all that the family knew, y'all, was that he was dead. This is April 28, y'all. Shout out to Ms. Monet for the $9.99 and the continued support. And everybody who pressed like and everybody who viewing this right now. You understand me? You heard what this dude said? Did you hear this, Pastor? He's only here to get you to submit. Worry about voting, this, that, and the third. The people did not try to help this family in any kind of way, even though their main goals seem to be diversity, peace, nonviolence, and all of that. They following all the MLK tactics, yet this is how they rewarded. Don't even know what happened to their family member. But he got time. The first thing came out of his mouth during his speech was the diversity of the clergymen. I only heard this dude say Andrew Brown name one time, y'all. How many times y'all even heard him say Andrew Brown name? But he said diversity a million times. Black, brown, I don't care if the officers was black or white, he go out of his way talking about let's be clear in everything. How many times y'all heard that man name Andrew Brown? I'm thinking one time. Let's continue though with this clown.
And he can no longer speak on this side of reality.
That's why I'm speaking for him.
The sheriff, the DA can tell the community the truth. And listen here, we got to be clear about this. The other officers, if you know the truth, you can tell it.
Mm-hmm.
Is he serious? I told y'all he was trying to relate to people's hearts. Do y'all actually believe somebody gonna step over the blue line after all these decades, y'all, and say, you know what? I'm telling. Look at him. But officer, you could tell on people. Yeah, if you know the truth, you could tell it. Guess what? 7 of them on paid leave. 7 of them on paid leave. I think 2 of them resigned and gonna get their pension and everything. Do y'all know North Carolina or wherever he at ain't even filed charges yet? They still debating on whether they should file charges. Do you know that? Let's continue with this dude, y'all. Pastor Submissive.
This is no time to hide behind a wall of silence. To protect and serve this community in a moment like this, you must give people the truth about what happened.
Let me tell y'all something. Before some of y'all fall off, all the real ones who paying attention, thank you for still being here. Let me tell y'all something. How many times have we known the absolute truth? We saw black men get gunned down. Oscar Grant was on his stomach and shot through his back. Oscar Grant was shot through his back, y'all. And all the man could say is he was scared. Sean Bell, y'all, I think they shot the brother over 50-something times a decade ago, y'all. How many times we saw it on camera, the absolute truth, and we still watch people get away scot-free with a pension or get 2 years of manslaughter, never go to jail. How many times have we known the absolute truth? But yet this man running theme is that, oh, at least let them know the truth. He ain't even saying justice. How many times did he say these men should be brought up on charges? He ain't even say that once. Why is he not pushing for charges? Why is he not pushing for that justice? Charges brought up against these murderers. But he's sitting up there talking about justice, oh, diversity of the clergymen and all of that crap. 1,000,000 times, y'all. 1,000,000 times, bro. Let's continue.
To the community and to the young folk and to the pastors and
like
the
a police don't
protesters,
snitch.
young and old. White, and I want the media to keep showing it. White and black and brown and young and old and women and men and gay and straight in Eastern North Carolina are marching. That's right.
You see what he's saying? And he want to be clear. See, whenever he being clear about something, it's about diversity, y'all. He was paid to be here. This a money grab. That's why your other speakers not speaking on it, because they see them doing the same old song and dance. But what you're not about to do is play with the reaction of smart black people. Don't be out there riding for this. If they won't, be nonviolent and sing, let them do that. Let them do that. Talking about people from North Carolina. He keep trying to specify North Carolina as if they some beacon of hope or something. This North Carolina, but you know your history in North Carolina? Do you know the history, the enslavement and all of that in North Carolina, boy? That was a slave port city. What is you talking about? North Carolina, like y'all just some freedom bell. Man, this man has gone completely insane. But this is a money grab. They quickly enlisted him, y'all, to keep the blacks submissive. Look at him, everybody. Y'all heard him, the black, brown, everybody. He be clear about that, the white and all of that. Did you hear Andrew Brown's name again? Let me know when y'all hear that. Let's continue.
You didn't pay attention to that. This the South.
That's right, man.
And you look at that crowd of young people out there. All of them saying, release the tapes. All of them saying, Black Lives Matter. White just as loud as black. Because people...
You heard him? Whites just as loud as blacks. He done made them equal to you and above you. They out there just as loud as you is. Nah, for real. For real, y'all know the whites that's really out there, that be the ones throwing that first brick into a Walgreens. And you know who getting the blame? All the blacks that's surrounding them. Like always, that's the whites that's out there. Him, whites just as loud as blacks. Y'all notice how he get loud when he talking that diversity talk. But did you hear him say, blacks should be standing up and demanding justice? Blacks should be right now demanding that they seek charges against these officers and every last officer in that area. Do his voice get loud? Thank you for that like 16. Thank you. Do y'all hear his voice raising for that? But his voice, boy, it's like he get invigorated when he say that. Black, brown, let me be clear. Black, brown, this, that, and the third. And them whites out there just as loud. You heard them. Let's repeat them. They out there just as loud, huh? Wow. Diminishing you in every way possible, because remember, he's trying to relate to Americans. He don't care about relating to you. It's all about calming you down. He worried about property and nonviolent and all of that crap. And we already played the clip of the violence that nonviolent protesters was faced with and continue to be faced with. As if that's the best way to yield results.
People in America who have a heart and a humanity. Right. You didn't pay attention to that. This the South.
That's right, man.
And you look at that crowd of young people out there. All of them saying, release the tapes. All of them saying, Black Lives Matter. White just as loud as black. Because people in America who have a heart and a humanity and a conscience are sick of this.
You heard him. I told you. Didn't he just reveal what I've been saying the whole video? He's trying to appeal to the hearts and minds of Americans because they have a heart and a soul and a conscience, do they? Because I sure don't see white preachers coming out in droves saying, you know what? I don't need a black preacher to back me up about this. I'm coming out and speaking against this. Do you see that happening? Do you see whites making mass amounts of videos on the internet saying, you know what? This is wrong. We're speaking out, God damn it. Do you hear them saying that? Do you hear their media saying that? You know what? We need to stop being worried about these businesses and start being worried about the lives that are being taken. Do you hear the media saying that? The ones you believe so much? Because this ain't Block Talk News, just a YouTube channel. You know why this Block Talk News? Because I say this Block Talk News. Because you come here to get the news from Block in the manner in which he talks. You understand me? This is Block Talk News. This is real news. Would I need to be certified from them? You want to see a LLC before you bypass the truth that you always get here? Always trying to keep the unity between the black man and the black woman, the one who exposed how they try to divide us. Come on, man. Let's continue. Not today, though. Not tomorrow either, goddammit.
This doesn't just impact the Brown family, so y'all stay vigilant, but never violent. Stay vigilant. Yeah. Like Dr. King.
Before he get to Dr. King, y'all, he told us stay vigilant, but not violent. Vigilant, but not violent. Wow. If you vigilant, you might observe some violence coming towards you. If you vigilant, I want you to protect yourself out there. He said never violent. For real, never. Do you know what we faced with by these people? This ain't the generation to be worried about non-violence first when people conducting themselves in a violent manner towards us. This ain't the time to be worried about that, and we ain't falling for the non-violent trick this generation. We not falling for the generational scam of non-violence and acting as if Martin Luther King his route was such the greatest route ever taken. When back then all they called him was a troublemaker. They still used violence. They even sent in the National Guard. So why do y'all keep picking the Martin Luther King way? For the money bag. For the money bag. Up here worried about him. He worried about diversity. And diversity ain't never worried about them. Asians ain't coming out and saying, stop all hate. Not just Asian hate. Remember? I know though. I know. But when you say that your life matter, they gonna say all lives matter. And you remember who it was. Pale faces. But I don't see them same faces saying, hey, Asians, we need to stop all hate, not just hate against you. Let's continue with this clown. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go with him. However much longer y'all want me to go, really. Let's keep going, though, since I see a good amount of y'all rocking with it. Let's continue with Reverend Submissive.
Confront injustice, but confront it nonviolently. Amen. And confront it vigilantly.
He said confront injustice nonviolently, y'all. Sometimes the injustice is you being violently beaten, y'all. Sometimes the injustice, y'all, is you being beaten violently or murdered violently. And he wants you to address that non-violently, y'all. Non-violently.
And this doesn't only affect black people. We need the truth because no one is safe.
You heard that? This don't only see so many red flags in a row. He said, this don't only affect black people, but all the citizens. See, y'all, he don't seem to be worried about appealing to you at all, black man and woman. The first words out of his mouth was diversity. I don't care if the officer black, white, brown, or this, that, and the third. Citizens being murdered. And just now, what he said, this ain't just about black people. Why not? We the ones being murdered more than any other race. We the ones being attacked. We the ones being made out to be villains on the nightly news. Either you're a welfare queen, you're a female, or you're a goddamn criminal, you're a black male. You understand me? On TV every day. But he worried about diversity and all of that and putting everybody on top of you. He even said that the whites was yelling more louder than the blacks, raising his voice. They was out here just as loud as you, trying to appeal to them. They souls and they hearts and they conscience and all of that. When you take a poll, you can see that majority of them don't like people who look like me and you. But you worried about gender, huh? He said that about Amanda Seals because she's a female. You can't, that's why. That's the only reason you could find, huh? Oh, she a celebrity, be on TV, so you're hating. Any way to escape. You can't escape these facts, though, when you come here. This is what you come here for, and this is what I'm going to give you.
If the people we entrust to enforce the law abuse their power, a badge and a gun and a right to have a piece of paper and walk into somebody's house and take a loved one out of that house is too much power for a bigot.
A bigot? That's too much power for a bigot. You think these dudes just bigots walking around here? These are flat out white supremacist soldiers. That's too much power for a bigot. People ain't bigots. They carrying out murders. That white boy, matter of fact, that Dylan Roof dude, didn't he kill somebody? Was it North Carolina or South Carolina? And he got to go get him a hamburger from McDonald's. You think I'm lying? Look it up. They took him to get a hamburger. How sick and sadistic is that after he killed seven elderly black churchgoers, y'all? 7 elderly black churchgoers. But some people frightened by my voice. I get a little too loud. This is why I get loud, because look what they doing, bruh. No damn tough guy. I could lose a fight now. I could get stomped out right now. These people could come in here right now and shoot me in the head. Probably see I was reaching for something, even though I'm trying to play to y'all the phone, you know. I say, he's reaching, pa, pa, pa. I'm dead. And they're going to be disputing it and everything. Like, what were the officers supposed to do? They saw him just reaching. They didn't. Y'all know how it is, bruh. Let's continue, man.
It's power for somebody that's quick on the trigger. It's too much power for somebody that doesn't know how to use proper restraint. A police person is the only person I know, Dr. Spearman, and I'm nonviolent, but she's the only person I know that can come to my house, knock on my door with nothing but a piece of paper, take my wife, take my child, take them downtown, and I say, baby, I'll see you when I get down there.
That's what he gonna say. Let's be clear. Since he like to be clear, that's what he would do. Let them people just hand him a paper and say all of that, and he gonna say, baby, I'll be down there. No. They gonna have to pry them through my cold, dead hands. I'm gonna have to be murdered before you think you about to show me some paper that say that you could take my kids, my twins, and my 2 girls, and my wife and leave, and I'm supposed to just respond to that. Oh yeah, all right, I will see y'all down there. Not knowing that these people can take routes, go in a wooded area and kill my entire family. You think I'm gonna just allow that to happen? But he will. Pastor Submissive, huh?
He's the only one. There's too much power. Clergy in this city, black, white, and brown, should be united in calling for the release of these tapes, for the family to see the tapes and the truth about this case and about what happened. Say his name. Andrew Brown.
That's the second time they said his name. That's the only time they say his name. Say his name, Andrew Brown. Get that over with. Now it's back to diversity and all of that or something. Let's continue.
The shooting and the killing was self-defense or proper use of force. Then show the truth. If it wasn't, show the truth. But sheriff, DA, law enforcement, you can't just shut up. You must speak up. And this is why you must do it now. And I'm going to close with these final comments. Last night I pulled an article, Counselor, that News One did in 2020. And it showed where 8 white violent criminals who had committed mass murder, and some of them resisted, all got arrested.
You hear that? All of the mass murders, all of the white mass murderers was arrested except one. But they murder every black man who moved their finger 1 inch. Turn the steering wheel 1/4. They murdering you. They frightened. They scared. You reaching for a magical 007 bullet or something like that, anything. And they just justified in it. They get to resign. They get to go home. They get a small slap on the wrist, manslaughter, murder in the 6th degree, probation, back on the streets, y'all. This is what happens, y'all, in America, daily and across the globe. But this dude, he want to relate to the hearts and minds of Americans. The same ones who watch them dogs be let loose on you. The same one who watch you enslaved. The same ones who watch these murders along with you every night. The same ones who in them comment sections, they be in them comment sections saying, that was justified. He shouldn't have done that. When they do a poll, majority of Americans agree with the police force, y'all. Why would he want to relate to these Americans? Why? Let's continue. We about to be wrapping it up.
They were all white. They all had killed somebody. Some of them had done mass killings. Some of them are resisted, but they all got. Dalen Roof got arrested.
This the one I was talking about.
Killed folk in the AME church, and somebody said got a sandwich.
Yeah, that's right.
And he murdered folk and left the scene.
And see, that's when you got to use your words correctly, y'all. He murdered folks. No, he murdered 7 elderly churchgoers, y'all. Elderly black churchgoers, and was able to get a sandwich. Did you see this preacher or any other preacher come out and say, why is the officer who brought him to a fast food joint to get a bite to eat not fired or brought up on charges? How come we don't know that officer name? You want to relate to these people still? You still on that 60s MLK crap? That's how you know that when somebody out for money, y'all. This family seem to only want money. Why else would they hire Ben Crump? He always lose, but everybody get their check in the end. Why else would Al Sharpton speak for them, y'all? The black community don't rock with Al Sharpton, but he always can influence the ones who gonna up that check. Didn't you see the Boondocks episode where they all work together behind the scenes? Go check it out. Put 2 and 2 together. You don't need some wrinkled dude to tell you. But I do advise you do come slide through, peep out BlockTalknews. We serious with this. You understand me? Let's continue. We wrapping it up. Thank you to everybody who paid attention. I think this was the longest I ever saw this many people for this amount of time. And I want to tell y'all straight up, thank y'all. That's why I made sure that I do this video today. Because I know I was like, I bet they think I'm going to just disappear again for a second. No, we serious with this. I'm going to just do this at certain times. That way I know how to, schedule it. You did? Because it take energy to be here. I ain't here playing. I ain't no shock jock or nothing with this here. We serious with this on Block Talk News. Let's just hear a little bit more what this dude have to say and wrap it up, because I don't want this to be over long. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the continued support from Greg Mack, Platinum Painting around here, the continued support. The brother always support the channel, you dig? That's why you see me getting a microphone. Delta Roos, Miss Monet, them people always look out, you dig? I don't care how y'all look out. If you press like, thank you. If you view, Thank you. But the main thing I need you to do is understand me. You dig? That's the best way to support the channel. Just understand what I'm trying to say, you dig? But every time you donate over here to Block Talk News, you're going to see a microphone. You're going to see a new camera. You're going to see a new setup. You're going to see us working towards better and better. You invest in me, I invest in you. You dig? Remember that, y'all. Let's just hit this one more thing.
They didn't get shot. They didn't get choked. They didn't get beaten. They didn't or killed. But far too often, if you're black or brown, you can be unarmed and still be killed.
You heard him? Far too often, if you're black or brown, the only thing that this man is worried about, again, y'all, is diversity. Brown never say that for us, y'all. Whoever he considers brown. Latinos don't talk about us during the press conference. No. It's about them borders and all of that in the third. The babies at the borders, they not talking about you. They over there in LA trying to take over neighborhoods with our kids in them. They in the prisons trying to beat up our brothers right now. But you worried about brown. While they having school riots attacking our kids in the schools in LA and in Texas and other places. But you worried about brown, while they beating our brothers in the prison system. And sometimes it's being allowed by these prison guards. And most of the time, guess whose side they team up with? The Aryan nations. That's who the Latinos be with. I think, which one? The Nathaniel or Serrano, one of them. MS-13, all of them people be working with the Aryan Brotherhood out here. But you worried about specifically saying brown, though. For real? How many times do I have to tell people, in the words of Dr. John Henry Clark, you don't have no friends, black man and woman. You don't.
Police persons are not on the spot executioners, judge and jury. Black people, just like everyone else, are innocent until proven guilty. And when we challenge and call for the truth and transparency, this is not hating police. It's what we hate are double standards, deplorable action that end up in deadly consequences. We've seen too many lives lost and situations that began with air fresheners in rearview windows, or allegedly spending a fake $20 bill, or selling cigarettes on the street, or because a warrant is served. This is why the family are saying they must see the tapes. So
you see that? You see the things he just murdered? Them was actual reasons that black men and women have died. Y'all know when they went to Breonna Taylor house, bro, they shot all through the window. If you don't, go look at the video that I made. They shot all through the window at that female. And her spouse, that man shot back at them to protect that black woman. He hit a couple of them, I think 2 of them probably. He shot back in defense of his woman, bro. And they actually tried to charge that man, though, and hurry up and drop the charges after the story went national. These the people y'all won't listen to? These the people you get your facts from, your news, mainstream media? This preacher right here, is this the people who the community leader for you? He speaks for you? For real? Him, nonviolent, submissive, MLK, this, that, and the third? That's why your other speakers ain't speak on this Andrew Brown case, because they here for money. They got crump. That mean that they want money. The man never wins. He never wins, but everybody get their check. Al Sharpton, they want a check, y'all. How long we gonna let these people send in the pastor, send in the clergyman? Y'all know whenever they want to take over a nation, who they send in first? The clergy. They send in the clergyman, because you got to get people mind, y'all. That's why I expose propaganda. You got to get the mind before you get the body. First, they send Jesus in there, calm him down, and then they do their thing. That's what he doing. Still, how long we gonna fall for the submissive pastor trick, y'all? Like, some just telling me to just press play again and keep going.
They know the truth. They can handle the truth.
I get the feeling y'all want me to keep
handle
going.
Silence. And they can't handle injustice. So again, we're here to demand what justice demands.
That's right.
There must be full accountability under the law.
That's right.
And one last thing. Whatever those deputies saw and heard, I'm a pastor, so I can say this, counselor. Whatever those deputies saw and heard, they've already confessed it. They told somebody, their wives, their girlfriends, their mamas. All of those men and women will have the local news on today while they're cooking and eating their dinner. And they need to be reminded, God already knows the truth.
You see that? He's still trying to relate to them. Do y'all think one of these officers' wives gonna snitch on them? The same wives who they convinced to vote for Trump twice? Remember? White women who overwhelmingly voted for Donald Trump? Remember them wives? You think they're gonna say, it was my husband, Jim, Billy, Bob Thornton, or whoever? You really think that that's gonna happen? See? That's who he here to appeal to, y'all. They're at homes eating, eating their dinner, and they gonna see this injustice, and they gonna be like, you know what, this wrong. This time I'm gonna tell on Billy Bob. This ain't right. That's who he trying to relate to. While telling you to be nonviolent, of course, because we don't want no corporations to be hurt. We don't want a window to be broken. We don't want no merchandise to be taken. Forget a life. A man shot with his hands on a steering wheel 5 times and one fatally through the back of the head. Forget that. The first thing they worried about is property. Be nonviolent. Sing.
And they already know the truth. And the counselor has said to you, come here, counselor, that the truth will come out.
Yeah.
The truth will come out. Somebody just said one way or the other. And this is Eastern North Carolina. And I suspect before this is finished, we're going to need a federal investigation of pattern and practices. Not just...
He still think that he can get justice through a system that's set up for him to not receive justice. Look what he just bragged about. Boy, at the end of the day, we gonna mess around and have the feds up in here. And what the feds gonna do? What the feds gonna say? Well, we've investigated and we've come to the conclusion that everything was fair here. And that this one guy, yeah, he done some wrong things, but we're going to reprimand him with a lot of training. We're going to give him training. We're going to train him. That's what the feds going to do. But he up here bragging like, oh, the feds going to change everything when the feds come, because the feds are so just. They always seek justice in the federal system. This the feds, not just the state. Wow. He all hype about that. What?
In the Pasquotank County, but in Eastern North Carolina, it's been too long. We ask the city, the state, the nation, and all those that know the words and the worth of prayer to pray for this family. Amen. Pray for this family. This grieves us. And I don't care what the color of your skin is, it ought to grieve you.
Again, you heard him. Again, there go the diversity. And the grieving. We ain't grieving no more. It's time to stop grieving, people. It's time for you to stand up. And I ain't saying just be angry in your response. It's time to move different. I mean, different. Y'all know what I'm saying. It's time for us to get on ours, not just be sitting here grieving every day. It's time to organize. Organize where we put our dollars. Organize where we put our eyes. Is organized. That kind of organizing, not just grieving. We need justice. The family need the truth. Boy, the truth don't matter. You don't know that by now? The truth don't matter. You are witnessing a rebel network. How many times brothers been killed on camera and we see these people walk? The truth don't matter. The truth don't matter to these people who you pleading with. Shout out to Miss Monet for another donation today and the other few likes I just saw pop up on the screen. Like, let's continue, bro.
From serving a warrant to shot in the back. We must see the tapes. Regardless of your color, your faith, or your creed, you know, in situations like this, only the truth can set us free.
That's another lie. You heard him? You heard him? What's his main theme? Diversity. That's all he talked about. For those of you who just came through in press, like all he talked about was diversity. He only said Andrew Brown name probably 3 or 4 times at best. But how many times have we sat here and heard that man say diversity? Blacks just as loud as whites on the marching fields and all of that. I don't care if the officer was black, white, or brown. Remember that? And this ain't only about black people. Remember that? That's his running theme, y'all. His running theme, y'all. He worried about people who ain't even worried about you, who don't even stand up for you. Stop Asian hate. You don't hear Asians saying, hold on, let's stop all hate. Let's stop this hate against our black brother. Latinos need help at the border. Joe Biden and everybody making sure that these kids at the border be treated right. You don't hear nobody saying, make sure that you treat these black boys and girls coming from school right. Treat these black men and women walking the street right. Do you hear that from other groups that you worried about, black, brown, and all of that? You don't care if they're male, female, and all of that. See, you don't hear that from nobody else. Nobody else ain't worried about you, but you worried about everybody else. How'd that go? Let's continue.
And if you know that, and you have humanity,
there you go. Heart,
join
humanity.
Join this council.
He need people to join him. See? Now y'all see, ain't that, now y'all get it, that this was the truth that I've been telling you the whole time. He need help, y'all. If you view Block Talk News, you understand that we don't need help. If you've been watching BTN, you understand, like Nino Brown and we all we got. Black people, we all we got. Ain't no Latino come and help you. Ain't no Republican, ain't no Democrat coming to help you. All you got is you. But he worried about relating to everybody else. Because they got to have a soul. They got to have a conscience. They got to see what's going on. Yeah, they see. And they participants in it. They know. But you worried about black, brown, and the coalition, huh?
Join this family. Join those minors. There's 5 minor children. Minors. Join us in demanding complete truth and full transparency.
That's what he wants you to join him for? Join him in seeking the truth, which I told y'all don't mean nothing, because they could drop the footage and you see them murdering somebody and they can still walk. So the truth means nothing when they could spin it through mainstream media and hide videos like this. The truth means nothing. He worried about the truth, the consciousness of America, the hearts of Americans, and all of that. You got to come and join us. We don't need no help. We could fight our own battles like everybody else fight their own battles. They never bring us up. Go look it up. But you always looking for a friend though, huh? You need a friend. You need help. You want them to join you. They ain't never join you and they never will. We all we got. What the hell are you talking about?
That's all we want.
That's all you want. All he wanted was the truth and transparency. He ain't even said all he wanted is justice. All I want is for these officers to be charged with first-degree murder. That ain't all he want. What he want is the truth, which can be manipulated, and transparency, which is whatever they say it is. That's all he want. Do that sound like justice? That's justice for y'all? This is your leader? Preacher forgiveness, submissiveness, seen get spat on, throwing pies at them, all kind of stuff, cutting on the hose and stuff, spraying us down the street. But people worried about being frightened by my voice or the tone. When I'm on here, I'm talking about specific people who don't mean us nothing but evil. People who specifically mean harm towards black people. That's why I speak like this. How you gonna speak to power whispering? I'm supposed to come on here. Yeah, this Block Talk News, man. And people just be killing us, y'all. I'm supposed to talk low. Yeah, they done killed us again, y'all. I'm reporting it. They done shot us, and man, I don't know what we gonna do, man. That's how I'm gonna talk to power, or I'm supposed to hop on here and invigorate you to do something, to make a change in your life, no matter which way you make a change. Would you want to hear me on here whispering, this is happening, and black people to blame, and man, we got the. Do you want to hear that, or you want to hear somebody who gonna not only give you the truth, but invigorate you to do something? I don't care what you good at. Do something. That's what I'm here for. I ain't here to make you sit in no certain direction. You know, all of my videos, they don't have the same theme. I hate black women, or I hate black men. They ain't the same theme out here, or this celebrity name, just so I could get the clicks. If that was the case, I'd be talking about Nipsey every day because everybody wanted to see me talk about him. But did you see me continuously making Nipsey videos? No, because the fight is spread out. I make a video about a Family Matters episode where Harriet and her sister Rachel or whatever, where their father ran out on them. I do a video talking about every last channel on cable, breaking them down. I do what I want on Block Talk News. I'm not specifically geared towards nobody. I don't care about these celebrities, but we got to understand that these people are collaborators, y'all, in a system meant to cause us complete destruction. They collaborators, so that's why I be loud or talking loud. How would you feel watching somebody run a generational scam on your people and they continue to fall for it? Would you not be frustrated, invigorated to fight back, or sometimes angry, sometimes frustrated? Would you not be like that? Or would you just be hopping on here still? Well, another one of us died. All of that. That's not what you're gonna get when you come here. You understand me? Real talk, bro. And I think that's the end of his little speech. If not, we get the picture. These people, this family, came here for the money grab. Y'all know how the money grab go. They told him, hey, calm them down. Try not to get them to riot. Focus on the people who coming from out of state. That's why you only heard him talking about North Carolinians, talking about how the other people gonna have to follow their lead, because their lead gonna be what he led them to do. Non-violent, singing march, and don't even be rewarded. You done the whole non-violent thing, and look how they reward you. They still begging to see the tape, y'all. And as of today or whatever, I think 3 days ago, guess what? They've been granted to see 20 minutes of the tape, of a 2-hour-long tape, after they advised you not to mess up all the corporations. Thank you for that 20th like. That's real right there. 20. I don't think I ever saw that many in one sitting. See? And that playing to what I said earlier. If I was a shock jock or doing certain things just for to get y'all riled up, I wouldn't be here. That's the first time I saw 20 likes in a row while I'm sitting here. If I just needed somebody attention, or I'm looking for a subscribe button, I would have stopped a long time ago, y'all. I'm serious with this, bro. I mean every last word of what I say from the bottom of my heart. If you heard it on Block Talk News, bro. Not playing with this. People like him is out to cause us direct harm, physically and mentally. You understand me? And if I feel like I got a gift right now to see through this crap and say what other people not saying, or hear what other people not hearing, I better share that, right? I owe it to y'all to share that, right? Delta and them, you up here donate. Don't I owe it to him to share? Platinum Pain, don't I owe it to y'all? Miss Monet, don't I owe it to y'all? Everybody who support me, all you people who press like, don't I owe it to you? The person who continuously view this channel, don't I owe it to you to tell you the world as I see fit? I don't never ask nobody to believe everything I say. And if you smart, you wouldn't believe everything of what anybody say. I don't think I'm right all the time either, because if you present me with logic, I will most definitely change my opinion and say, you know what, you're right. I'm not closed-minded. So feel free to comment, say whatever mistake you might see in Block Talk News. You understand me? But understand that I'm here for you. What I told you, boy, the other day, like, real speakers, bro, what we here to do, like what we do here, when you hear people speaking online about these issues, you really disrupting, y'all, the equilibrium. I'm gonna repeat this. You disrupting the equilibrium of the perceived reality for Black folks. You understand me? So I gotta keep making this video. Keep making these videos until it drills through your head. I don't want you to just hear me. I want you to feel me. Why he talking so loud? Because I'm trying to go through your ears into your brain, into your heart, into your bloodstream. That's why. You understand me? I'm serious with this. Once again, trying to be no tough guy. I could get beat up. I probably get stomped out right now. So anything could happen. Not saying I'm no easy win. You come through here, I'm gonna fight my motherfucking ass off. Most likely, I'm gonna, I ain't about to say all of that. But what I'm saying is, any man could lose a fight any day. I'm not speaking loud to be a tough guy or to make y'all think I'm a gangster or anything tough. I'm speaking loud because I'm real with it. I'm passionate about this, bro. This lives we talking about. This other people misleading people. People who are fucking complicit and collaborating with supremacists, y'all, for the destruction of our people. Shouldn't I be able to yell a little bit without y'all being nervous or whatever it is? Don't you listen to DMX? He yelled all the time. But if you listen to what he was saying, he was deep. Hey, yo, I'm living, falling, can't get up, telling you he depressed and junk. Yeah, he yelling. But do you hear what the man's saying? He's slipping, falling, and can't get up. Like, listen to him. That's his words. You feel me? That's all I'm giving y'all every time I hop on here. And if you pay attention, you'll notice that I switch my style up to where I don't barely even use the cursed words in which people like to use, as a way to say. That's why people can't really mess with Block Talk News. You're a little bit too vulgar. You know why? Like, I didn't want to change that, but something inside me said, Block, just lower it down for him. Because at the end of the day, you know what's most important? The message. And if the people you're trying to get to listen to you mostly say, oh, it's the language for me, then try to tone it down and see how they react. Do that for the message, not for me. Not for me. It's because I don't want them to bury this video. Or what they call it, shadow ban and all of that. You feel me, people? Y'all understand me? But I'm going to keep giving y'all this news, man. Or die trying. Once again, y'all holler at me. Once again, y'all holler at me.